husband and I, for about 20, 30 years, we rescued dogs and cats and found them homes. And for some reason, I started getting a lot of calls in the later years, and people were saying, you know, about I have a senior dog and I can't keep it. Tell us things like the dog's peeing on the floor, pooping on the floor, waking me up in the middle of the night, and that's because they're older. So I decided I'm getting older, and a treat for myself, my guilty pleasure, is I'm going to rescue only seniors, and I'm going to keep them till they pass away. So I'm sorry, I'll cry. So I know that they're safe until they pass away. This is our miracle dog. This is a 6-month-old that came in that was blind.
SHER transformed her home and yard.
Let's go, come on guys. Let's go, buddies.
To accommodate all 24 of her 4-legged residents.
Hi, baby. We try to bring the little guys out here a couple of times a week, and you know, so they can kind of run around. And this is also where we bring the big dogs and throw the ball, and they get to come out and just kind of relax. In the summertime and the spring, it's really great.
The minimum age to become a resident of House with a Heart is 14.
He's about 17 or 18. Meg is about 15 or 16. She doesn't get around like she used to.
And once a dog or cat arrives, it has a permanent home to age with grace.
I just wish more people would make a commitment to love their dogs in their old age until they're gone.
Okay, now we're coming upstairs now to see the cats that you all foster.
Aww.
Say hi.
Hi, what a pretty kitty. The animals that live at the sanctuary arrive from all over the country, and each one of them has their own unique story. Like Sammy.
What was his story? Was he a
Someone took
throwaway?
him into a shelter and said, we don't want this dog anymore, you can have him. His collar was embedded in his neck.
Hi, Sammy.
His hair was wrapped around his mouth. His behind and, you know, parts were all covered up with matted hair. So they shaved him all down and cleaned him up, and we had somebody go down and pick him up and bring him up to us.
And you've given him 5 quality years of life.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would somebody give this sweet thing up? Why would they give him up? Like, why?
Every day at 4 o'clock, it's feeding time here, and an assortment of dietary needs are met.
I see dozens of food bowls here. What are we preparing?
There's a lot of different things for different dogs. So I try to prepare it earlier in the day so that when it's actually time to feed them, it goes a little bit quicker. She sleeps right here every night.
Many of the dogs living at the sanctuary are unadoptable because of their age and sometimes illness.
She doesn't have a lower jaw. She had a dental disease.
And the more than 55 volunteers for House with the Heart
I have a dog in my hand just about the whole time that I'm here.
make it their job to give these animals a loving home for life. And there's no price tag attached.
This has got to be costly because I'm sure there are vet bills that you have to incur, and not just the food. You've got all these different types of food that they eat, and probably medications that have to be administered. How do you fund it?
Well, we do something called short-term care. So we take care of special needs dogs for folks. So like a dog that couldn't be left at a kennel because it might be have separation anxiety or need a lot of medications or special care. Folks will come to us and we'll take care of their pet for them.
Oh
my goodness.
It's all TV on for them.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I see that. Dog TV's on.
And then they make a donation, and that's the basic how we know that we can count on that. And then donations, people will give us donations. So that's really, really important.
To SHER and all of the volunteers, these animals are like a second family. When we visited, they had just lost Snuggles, a 17-year-old mix who had been turned over by the family who raised him.
We just lost Snuggles last week. And what we always try to do is when we know we're going to lose somebody, if we know ahead of time, we'll print out a paper with their picture on it and a little bit of their story, and then anybody that comes to visit writes a little something on that paper, and then when our vet takes them to be cremated, they put that on the bag with their remains so that we feel like when the last person touches them, they know that they were loved till the last minute.
The saddest part of what we do, but we always have to think that these little guys wouldn't have been on Earth unless we were able to take them in, and we're able to help another dog. So.
You really are giving these dogs a second leash on life.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Let's go. I'm so happy. I mean, I love what I do.
SHER POLIVINALE and the rest of the volunteers at House with a Heart believe every dog should have its day.
Come on.